Hyvää päivää, this is Mika Tokola, and we're watching a replay of Short Circuit. It's the 105th level of Chips Challenge, and we're playing in Lynx mode in Tile World. And the level is almost over since I had such a long introduction. I commented previously that I liked pop-up wall mazes, and this is one such level. And the design of this level is much deeper than it first appears. You're almost, well, I can't say guaranteed, but if you're really smart, you can almost solve this on your first try. There's like just 2 or 3 intersections where you have to guess. If you take into account all the information you've seen, and if you assume that all the chips have to be collected. So it's not as bad as level as it might appear to some who don't like it and just get stuck everywhere. And the concept is nice. It uses the sockets as walls, and then you create new walls by the path you take. And if I'd wished something to be a little different, I'd like to see that the end here, when we start opening the sockets, the maze that's created would be a little bit more difficult than what is actually here. Oh, Kablam! It's an untimed level, and the method used here to solve it is a little different than in MS because of explosion delay. It's so close to actually being exactly the same, but we have to forfeit 1 fireball at a point. And we're a few seconds later. Here, just count the right number of fireballs, and if you're playing this for the first time, you can actually go up the path and determine how many more you need to let through, and you can spend like ages on this without killing yourself, just clearing out all these fireballs. I mean the bombs with the fireballs. Here we go. This is a counting game. And here we go. Like this. And that block slap was not necessary, but totally awesome. And down we go to the exit. Balls of fire. This isn't the easiest solution to come up with, and I wasn't the first one to score it, so kudos to JB again. And I'm not sure if his method was exactly the same as mine, but it's not like there's that many different ways to do it, I think. The main problem is the beginning with the pink balls, how to get them to not kill you, basically. And here we go to the end. That was fun. Well, at least it wasn't long. Block out. And here you'll see an example of how converting the levels to MS in the 90s really changed the level. All the pink balls that are now Bubba's, half of them would be killed in MS in the fire, and in this level just the fire for fun, I guess. And in Lynx you have to be careful to avoid the all the balls. You can't make it through without a block like this. And this is curious because you have the flippers, but you could also use the blocks to get past that part. I guess it could be an oversight by the designer or something more of a feature. So if you're careful, you can avoid having to push all those blocks into the water. And then just avoid some more balls here. Collecting chips is the name of the game. And the name of the level was Block Out, which I think refers to blocking out those pink balls at the beginning with that block. But it doesn't work in MS, so it should just be out in MS. Oh, here's a long level. Torture Chamber. And the timing on this is pretty precise. You have to come right after this glider here. And then go here. And then just a small pause and a small pause. There you go. Much easier than it looks. Or, I mean, the opposite of that. Okay. Chiller. Oh man, I don't have the record on here. Just yesterday, Paul Gilbert reported a new record for this level. And I had to take a look too, since my 260 wouldn't cut it anymore. And honestly, that 260 that I had reported, I had been lazy with the blocks. And just taking them to the ice one by one. And now I took some hints from the MS bold route, so I should be able to do something here. Let's see, of course there were a few things that work differently in Lynx with block slapping and how the balls go. And I didn't find a method to totally avoid the pink balls. So maybe someone still can improve on this time. And that's a pretty tricky timing. Dee-doo. On ice. Here we go, sliding around. And figuring out which way is the best way to go to avoid all the splashes. 4 more chips, that means 2 more blocks. I mean 1 more block, but 2 more paths to take. And there we have to wait just as while. And if we didn't have that one move wait right there, I think we would be able to score the next second. So it's a close score. And there you see that bomb. It's one of the only places in CC1 where you can actually touch the edge of the map in Lynx if you really try. Oh, no record. Woohoo! Clappy, big clap. 268. Chip can't wait to join the Bitbusters. The club's already figured out the school's password and accessed everyone's grades. Oh, I could tell you a story that's similar to this in real life, but I'd get in trouble, so I won't. I'll just go on. Time lapse. Now here's a boring level if there ever was one. Mostly because in MS the level just doesn't work. There's a mechanism here that stops the level, like it closes all the toggle walls and nothing works after that. And it doesn't work in MS because of the controller boss glitch. However, in Lynx it does work, and in 50 seconds, at least in Tile World Lynx, the doors close, and if you're still in the middle of the level, you can't get out. There, but let's just have a look at the mechanism again. If you get out of the center area within 50 seconds, well, at least in Tile World Lynx, 50 seconds. you can actually see what the mechanism does. Now I took an extra block out of here. You don't have to do this, but say we take it out and pick up these chips. First there's a warning with the toggle walls that they're gonna soon shut off. Here, I think that was the sound of there. And then this fireball is cloned and it opens them, and then this happens. And everything goes crazy with the toggle walls. And we could put this extra block maybe like right here, and the cloning should stop. And now we can just open everything up and do whatever we want. However, looking at the map, you'll notice that this trap and button are connected, and as well as these two. But in the original game level, they had to be connected like this in the reading order. And this makes a difference in the level, because here in this normal version up here, you see this corridor right here, it fills up with bugs. But when the traps are connected like this, only one bug can come into this area, and it just makes the mechanism more robust. And what happens is, once everything closes up, and if you open them from a green button, a toggle button, a new fireball is cloned and the doors shut off again. But you do have time to open them and then exit. Maybe even open them, get all the chips and exit. But it makes much more sense when it does this instead of when it just fills up like this. There's no reason to this mechanism like this. Yep, nothing more to say about that, so let's go on to the next level. Fortune favors the. Let's delete this solution. I think we're gonna play this ourselves. So the idea for this level is there's a fireball stream here. Oh, and in MS you can get past the fireball stream like this, and then come over here and get all these chips. But then you're in trouble. In MS, something different happens. No! What am I supposed to do now? Ouch! Okay, luckily for us, there is a block up here, which we can bring over here, and then we go get these chips, which we do need, since there is a socket over there, and go over here, and we barely made it past. Ta-da! But there's another way also to score this for the 984, just to come over here, use the block to get by the first fireballs, and then just come over here yourself. Wait a little bit. And there, just as fast as the first one. On to the next level, open question. This level really has a difficult timing part at the beginning when getting past these fireballs, because of all of the splash delay, and just there's the tiniest of waits right after, and it's really annoying to try to score this bolt. And it really shows how Lynx timing can be bad for competitive play. Otherwise, the solution is pretty much the same as in MS. Just that one timing thing is really difficult to get past. Deception. Now here's one level where the Lynx score is quicker than the MS score, and it's due to these monsters colliding with each other differently and giving Chip more room quicker. Otherwise the level is pretty simple, and just go get everything and exit. Here we go. Wait for it and come down. There we go. And onward to oversee delivery. So I want to try something a little different here. Some levels you can learn the best route by looking at a map and maybe seeing a path drawn there like a maze. Those are the best levels to learn like that. Many levels you learn just by looking at the video solution, but then there are levels like this where you have teleports and block pushing, and it's really hard to keep your head straight as to where you are, and get disoriented and stuff. And in truth, you don't have to learn where all the blocks are and stuff to be able to perform the route. So I wrote down these instructions on how to solve this level quickly, and I'm going to read them out loud for you while watching the replay. It's like a dictation for you to try and follow what I'm saying, and it's more of a memory aid than really good instructions for you to be able to solve the level in your first try. Just watch the replay a few times, hear what I'm trying to say with the instructions, and maybe it'll help you learn some of the rooms quicker. I'm going to give you a countdown so you'll see when I start the replay, and maybe you're going to want to follow a little bit behind when I'm actually playing on my screen, but you'll be able to figure out the right balance there. So here, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start by sending a block down, send another block down, send a block up, send a block down, enter side, maneuver, send down, and then send down and enter east, send down, enter side, send up, enter west, maneuver, send down, enter east, maneuver, send down, and then enter from the side. Do 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 do. Send up, enter east, maneuver, send down, enter west, maneuver, enter below, send up, enter east, maneuver, enter below, send up, enter east, send left, enter, send right, enter above, 11 times through the teleport. Send right, enter below, maneuver, enter east, send down, maneuver, enter east, send up, enter east, send left, enter, send right, enter top, enter bottom, maneuver east 11 times through the teleport, send down, enter, send up, enter east, send left, enter, send right, enter top, enter bottom, maneuver east 10 times through the teleport, and then we're going to send up, enter side, send down, enter side, send up, enter east, send left, enter, send right, enter above, send down, enter above, maneuver, maneuver, maneuver. Put the rest of the blocks into the water, and hopefully that made some kind of sense. I messed up a little bit there, but I think I'm going to try and go back and edit it so it sounds okay for you guys. I have no clue if this works at all, so if you try this, give me some kind of feedback if this was like of any use, or if it was just crazy talk. Okay, and next time we're going to go and have a look at a cool level called Blockbuster 2. Thanks for your time, and see you again.